today. I put up my robot repairs video earlier. I might put it up a little later in the week. I don't know. Depends, but I want to try to get a few videos filmed here so I have them. And I'm drinking some Austin East Ciders blackberry cider. We got this from Bright Waters Beverage. My fiance and I went there Saturday. I picked this up. She got some. I am a fan of ciders. I like beer as well and all the other shit, liquor and wine. I don't drink often, but we are going to it's a Belmont park on a Saturday. We're going to it's like a craft beer, cider and wine tasting thing. Good to check out the at least from the outside, the what is it, the USB arena, the Islanders' new arena. This stuff's pretty good. Not the best, but it's not bad. Not bad. This one comes from Texan, Jesus. This one comes from Texas. I guess that makes sense. Since Austin's a city in Texas. I'm sure there are Austins in about 20 other states as well. That is what's cool about. That's going to pick up Long Island. You get a lot of odd sounding places that are not like Massapequa. I'm pretty sure there's not another Massapequa in the world. They have a lot of Indian, Native American names. Out here, like Secatog's Road, Quag, Montauk, Patchogue, Hopog, shit like that. Setauket. It's something that I can't pronounce properly. That are further out east by the Hamptons. And there's, and then there's regular names like Seaford and Belmore and Merrick, Freeport, Oakdale, Sayville, Great River. Syosset's another one that there's like videos online. I'm sure there's a lot of places, but of people trying to pronounce Long Island names, town names. There's also Syosset is one that gets people. And there's regular like Selden, Gorham, Comac, Babylon, Lindenhurst, Copac. Copac's another one actually. That can be weird. I can understand that. It's the same thing with me if I see certain things from other places. I'm like, how do you say that? And then sometimes they get them, exactly right. But Amityville. I was watching. There's like 1,000 Amityville movies now. It's ridiculous. I was watching. It was like the Amityville Terror, right? And they moved to the quiet town of Amityville, and they're like clearly filming this in California or something. I don't recall there being any mountains on Long Island by Amityville. I always get a kick out of those movies because I've seen the house. I used to live, like I said, it was on Massapequa, it was a town over. I've seen the house a few times. It looks a bit different than it did back in whenever that took place, the 70s. When the real stuff happened, you could go about what you think is real and what isn't. Or if, I forget the name of it, what is it? You don't know if who was full of shit or not. You hear a lot of different stories about that. It did really happen. Like, the people were murdered in there before the Lutz. I'm sure it wasn't it was Lutz that did it, actually. Alright, he's the one that's the dog told him to do it, or I forget the fucking story. It was them, but then there was people in there maybe after that said it was haunted. The people from the movie, like the first movie, like the family that moved in after, it was the Lutzes, right? I'm like, my brain's scrambled on this shit, but apparently there's rumors like the people afterwards just really couldn't afford the house and they wanted an excuse to get out of there. Or whatever, but anyway, I've seen the house a few few times. It's funny too because I don't know who's living there now. Obviously, I didn't know anybody who was living there, but there was a documentary, and it was like hauntings in America, and the Amityville haunting was one of them. And they couldn't even film for this documentary in front of the actual house. There was a cop car in front of the actual Amityville house, and there was fucking, they had to film like next door because the people who live there are just so fucking tired of people just going past their house, showing up, wanting to like look at it and everything else and shit. I could see it being annoying. Like, people tried to alter the way it kind of looks just because it's just, I mean, that's gotta be annoying as fuck, It's just a house, even if you're into that kind of thing, which I like that kind of stuff. There's a more interesting house from a look perspective in Massapequa. There's people called it the Hell House, but it's, the usual bullshit people make up, but it's such a cool looking house. It's huge compared to the other houses in North Massapequa. It's almost like a giant square, but it's got like a red front, these nice windows and shit. It's like fucking 10-foot high gates in front of it. And everybody's like, oh, there's bloody statues of Mary with axes in her head in the back. Just the random stories that make no sense. But when you're younger, you're like, oh my god, But you see people outside working on cars there. They put up Christmas decorations and shit. But it's such a cool looking house. It's fucking huge too. It's like a huge square. But I remember one time there was like this rumor of, this is my story from it, of like if you go around the back of the house, you come around the street, you go around the back. If you look towards the house, because you can see it, because it's much taller than the house that's now in front of it, from the other street. If there's like 3 people in your car, there'll be a window with 3 candles. I swear to God, this happened. I don't know if the people who live there like had some sick cameras that could see into cars, and they really straight up fucked with people, which would be great if true. But we had 2 people in one car and 3 in the other, and we both went around. Both cars were behind each other, one in front of the other, and we went around. There was a window with 2 candles and a window with 3. We're like, holy shit. That would be great though if the people that live there just like had like a thing, because you're going past it slow, and sometimes people do stop to look at it. Similar to the Amityville thing, and I'm sure it's gotta be, not necessarily annoying just driving past the house slowly, but like if you're going up to the house and trying to like get on the property, that's fucked up, But this is just a cool looking house that you want to fucking stop and look at because it looks so cool, Maybe they were able to check it out. They had a camera somewhere they could see it good enough in the car. That'd be great. I haven't gone past that house in a while. But you can go on websites that's like Haunted Long Island, or I forget what it's called. Maybe it is called Long Island. There's good stories about it. True or not, you never know. There was Sweet Hollow Road and Mount Misery over there in like the Huntington area. I don't know the exact town, if it's actually Huntington or it might be Farmingdale. I don't know. Mary's Grave, I think, is over there as well. There's just like a lot of places, like some abandoned movie theaters and shit. A lot of these rumors, like the one, I think it's the Mary's Grave one or whatever, or the Sweet Hollow Road one, where like if you go to a certain point and you turn off your car, it like won't start up and you have to like push it under this bridge. I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably fucking this up, but I feel like there's stories like that in like everybody's like general area. Like if you live in Colorado, Vermont, California, Texas, Florida, wherever, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, any state, any country in the world, state, wherever. People can have, and some of these stories are similar because I feel like people hear them and then they make their own, That's why it's like, which ones are like at least somewhat true? Because I'm into that kind of stuff, I love like urban legend type shit and stuff like that. It's fun. But yeah, that's actually was a pretty decent little ramble right there. Oh yeah, real quick, I think it was Dart Master Mason. They wanted a shout out. I think they kept asking for one, so there you go. A shout out to Dart Master Mason. I'm pretty sure that's the name. And Master Mason, that's how it said. Oh, what else? I got my other G.I. Joe classified figure. So I'll probably do a collection on those, or show and tell type thing, maybe during the week. You know, like I said, I mentioned that one garage sale pickup that I got, the Gran Turismo for the PlayStation. Other than that, man, it sucked. It really has sucked. Have I done this video? If anybody's watching, let me know. I'll just go through my videos as well, just to see if no one can remember or whatever. I want to do like a video on the Genesis kind of Super Nintendo 16-bit sport games that I have, and just talk about those in like a video game kind of ramble. If anybody wants to see that, because I have a decent amount now. You know, I got one of the Tecmo Bowls. I got Tecmo Super Basketball, All-Star Challenge. I got an NBA Live. I got a couple NHLs, like it's for Celtics type games. I don't have any Maddens. I have Bowls, college football, and stuff. Just to talk about like the sport games back then, how much I loved them. We'll see. Careful with these. Spray a little bit. Dogs going nuts across the street. I do have another 2 classified figures that I pre-ordered from Target. I think they're going to get here in like fucking November or something. So I really like the figures. I have them on the bookshelf over there. You can't see them like lined up on their sides. They actually look kind of nice. I kind of want to open them up. I see a lot of that on Instagram. People taking pictures of like their classified figures in like cool looking, you know, situations and stuff. And there's like actually like people that really, I saw the person set it up. It was really cool. Like they're kind of, I guess, a toy photographer, and they like put up like these pieces of branches as like trees, and then they threw in some fake bushes and stuff. It actually was kind of cool. I kind of want to just do that. I don't know for sure if I will, but and they like show pictures on some of these pages of the old toy magazines from the 80s, like the Sears catalogs and Toys R Us and whatever. Other places like Kmart and shit like that. And it's just like, it brings back so many memories. I'm like, holy shit, I had those, and like the random toys. Like, I'll admit, like, I hate saying I was a spoiled kid. I acted like a spoiled asshole for a bit of time when I was younger. Like a 3-year period. I was a pain in the ass, but, you know, I was the only child. I mean, my dad had other kids, but for my mom, I was the only child there. So, you know, that kind of like weird zone where you're an only child, but you have siblings as well. And, I would get a lot of stuff, you know, I lived in fucking home, my aunt was there, my grandma was there, my mom, you know, my dad for a bit, you know, and I would get a lot of toys. I mean, I had Star Wars shit, fucking Transformers, G.I. Joe, I had a ton of He-Man, I had like random stuff like fucking Mask, which was cool, Sky Raiders. I'm seeing these things like Dino Riders. I'm like, I had some of those, I remember that. Food Fighters, which were always a funny one. It's like a cookie and a piece of pizza that had arms and you give them guns. Dick Tracy figures, that's kind of towards the end. That was like 90. Batman stuff. The X-Men shit that I'd mentioned in another video. And I had some of the other ones that weren't X-Men, like I had the Thing and Silver Surfer, the Fantastic Four. I didn't have just like out of the Marvel, I didn't just have X-Men. I had like a Spider-Man Venom. I buried a Venom in my backyard in Massapequa in like 95. I still had it and buried it. My friend, we were back there, you know, putting stuff in the pod back a couple months ago. You should see if you can find it. There should be a Sergeant Slaughter somewhere in that backyard too. But G.I. Joe were the best. They were just so fucking cool with the fact that the arms moved and shit. It was just great. The vehicles were sick. Like the perfect things to just bring out your backyard and fucking, you know, play with. What else going down? Going to Florida next month for a little bit. That should be fun. What else? I don't know. I'll be able to film a couple of videos while I'm down there. Same thing with the camera. mom down there, or whatever. Because to see the cats again, my aunt and my mom as well, but it's weird. It's weird because I was down there for a little bit back in July, helping with the move and stuff. It was like weird. Like my aunt down there and the cats down there was just so strange. My mom's been down there since like 2005, so. But it was definitely strange. It's always good going down there. I always like the area they're in, the Lake Wales area. It's nice. I was watching Hell House LLC again last night. Such a good movie. I found it it might have been 2018. I think I found it on Amazon. I was like, this is a fucking good movie, man. It's a good found footage movie. Another really cool one, I think I mentioned these movies before, is Leaving DC. Was another really good one. That one was definitely cool because it was very unique. It was you don't see anything. It's the guy recording stuff at his window, and each night he's going through the recordings and stuff, and then he's hearing noises and shit, and it's just, I don't know, it was a really cool movie. That was a good one. What else? I really like that robot repairs one I put up today. I had fun with that one. I know you guys like those, and I had fun with that one. I kind of had a little nice, intense ending to it. They're fun to make. 1 second here. So, yeah, what else is going on? Not much. Working tomorrow, so do that. That's why it's nice to have a couple videos filmed too, so when I get home tomorrow I can just throw one up. I can also throw them up in the morning like I did last Friday, because this new laptop's great. Like the old one, it could take 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get a video uploaded, which is still not a long time. Listen, I know people struggle with like an hour and a half to put their shit up, but we have pretty good internet here, and this computer's super fucking fast, so, compared to the other ones. So, I mean, I'm getting a video up in like 3 minutes. It's awesome, so I don't have to worry, oh shit, I gotta go to the track, I get to the train, or whatever. I just fucking do it, and there it goes. Even like a 15, 20-minute video will even the Xbox One collection, I think, was up in less than 10 minutes. I gotta try to figure out that webcam thing. This is okay, you gotta get... The problem with this, just like my old laptop and the camera, you have to have the good lighting. This is decent lighting right now. It's not spectacular, but it's decent enough. But, like with the webcam, those books in the background would be, much clearer and shit. But, I'll figure it out, hopefully. Or I have to buy a new webcam. Did I mention? Yeah, I think I did. We took that walk last week. We drove down to Robert Moses Park and walked down to Kismet on Fire Island. So it's nice down there, all those places. It's a couple different towns. It's such a cool little thing. It's like a nice little town area too. You get like a couple restaurants and some other buildings, and there's just houses all along the street there. It's nice. It's very unique kind of feel to it. It's cool. That was fun. My back is starting to feel a bit better. Been wearing the back brace at work, but I'm going to continue to wear it for maybe another week or two. But God, that sucked last. I think I talked about that. Not this past Friday, the Friday before that. That sucked. That whole day I was like, holy shit, this is awful. But it's calmed down since then. But that's why I wear the brace. I still gotta be, wear the back brace and still be careful, because people, you get older, or even when you're fucking young, you just have a random movement, and all of a sudden you pull a muscle on your neck. You bend over wrong, and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit. It really doesn't matter what age you are. It might be a little more likely the older you get, but I remember back when I I was in my fucking teens, I would like fucking, swing a bat and all of a sudden, my neck. Or you wake up and you like fidget and you're like, oh shit. That kind of shit. Want to do some more gameplays coming up too as well. I keep meaning to do it and it's so simple to do, but I just like don't. But, I want to do some Switch gameplay if anybody's interested in that, if you've watched this far. Maybe do like a Luigi's Mansion or some shit. I don't know how many. I know I did an Octopath Traveler one like a while back, but I guess that wasn't a while back. I've only had the Switch for a little over a year, but it was like August. It was very early on after I got the Switch. August 2020. Might do a Vita collection as well coming up soon. Maybe even the Wii U as well. Like I said, I think I'm gonna pass. Not that people are clamoring for it, but I was gonna just, like I said, do a full. I'll probably still do my Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Genesis collection as a combination as well, and like my Wii U, maybe just do single because it's just I gotta pull out. I have a fucking lot of games, and I'm fucking running out of space, and I don't even have a shit ton of games. Like I know I have a lot of games. People are like, what are you talking about? I have a lot, but like I'm talking about like these people you see on YouTube who have fucking thousands. I probably have 200, something like that, maybe 250. But just to pull them all out, it's like I gotta pull all these games out, and then it's gonna be like an hour and a half. And I know you guys are like that, and I've done it a few times. But like I said, I'll probably do it again. But I don't want to just deal with it right now as if it's a big deal. But I'm like bitching about the fucking stupidest thing. And I like kind of doing them individual anyway, because then it gives me more time to kind of focus on the games instead of kind of breezing even the Xbox One collection. I'm gonna start breezing through them. The cat is snoring. It's probably getting picked up. I don't know. Weather's starting to get nice. I took a night walk last night. I love taking night walks. I haven't taken many out in Islip because this town, in terms of Massapequa, there were so many houses and stuff in Massapequa. I could always find different places to walk, and they have sidewalks. Out here, there's not many sidewalks. And it's not like there's sections of houses, but there's a lot of like not open space, but space where there's like not a lot of houses in the area. So I have to go like all the way down to past Montauk Highway, Merrick Road, to go down to like a lot of consistent houses, or I can go north across Sunrise too. But like in this area, I'm in like the area we live in, there's some blocks, and then there's like other little areas with other blocks. And like I said, some of the places don't have lights either, so it's a little bit tougher to walk at night. But like maybe like do it like where I leave at 5 and get home at 7 or something when I'm available to do that. But yeah, I'll end this in a minute. Here's I'm almost done with this.